Ask Reddit by Vince Wee. What's the worst song to be played at a funeral? My friend's ex-wife's grandfather had Dust in the Wind play at his funeral and someone dog knocked over his urn. So in that situation I would say that one. Real question, would I be evil for laughing if I saw that? Like the type of giggles you get as a kid at the absolute worst time, and when you try to play it off and talk, your voice cracks. Staying alive. I DJ weddings as a side hustle, even DJ'd most of my own wedding. Friends who knew enough took over the decks for the latter part of the evening. Before that transition happened, I was manning the decks for the open dance floor. Our photographer started waving her arms and signaling to kill the music. I was like, WTF? No. Turns out my Mills combo pacemaker defibrillator had shocked her as she was dancing with her niece and had dropped like a tree on the dance floor. No joke, Staying Alive by the Bee Gees was the next song I had queued up before her medical emergency. She left in an ambulance and was fine, all said and done. I've DJ'd countless weddings. My own wedding was the only one to have someone leave in an ambulance. Not the worst, but wanted to share. A friend passed away a while back and asked that we play Always Look on the Bright Side of Life from Monty Python. He was a character. It's one of the most popular songs at funerals in the UK. Another one bites the dust. My dad asked me to play this at his funeral. I don't know about the worst, but Highway to Hell has to be up there. I think it's actually quite popular at funerals, isn't it? Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. The best song to play for dead and despised politicians. You Are My Sunshine. It's a really sad song. If you played that at a funeral of someone I cared about, I'd ugly cry and roll. The Frank Turner version is brutal. If they died of cancer, My Humps would be a poor choice. I think that'd be a poor choice regardless, but definitely even more so in this scenario. Enter Sandman. This would be fucking hilarious though. I'd be waiting for the casket to fly open when the beat drops. I'm Still Standing. Pop Goes the Weasel. Only if they sit up at the end. Entry of the Gladiators. Or Yakety Sax. It depends, but if the funeral is for a grandmother that got run over by a reindeer, then the worst song is almost certainly Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. No joke, my aunt specifically requested that song for her burial. She was a character. But the boombox they brought to play the song, this was pre-Bluetooth, wasn't working for whatever reason, and I was one of the only people with a CD player in their car. So here I am, driving my Ford Escape into a graveyard, rolling my windows down, and absolutely blasting Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, core frickin' memory. My husband, dying of cancer, asked for Highway to Hell by AC/DC. I thought it was perfect. Stairway to Heaven, for an atheist. Die Motherfucker Die. Is that Napalm Death? So much subtlety and nuance in their latest stuff. Sorry if slightly off topic, but I used to work for a floral company. We had a delivery driver accidentally deliver a get well soon balloon arrangement to a funeral. The sorry for your loss funeral arrangement was delivered to the person in the hospital where the get well soon balloons were supposed to be delivered. The song from the Jack in the Box, but really slow at first. And on repeat. Firestarter by Prodigy for a cremation. Tub thumping. And for every but I get up again they should raise the coffin. Deleted. Sympathy for the Devil. Don't Fear the Reaper, with more cowbell. Personally, Don't Fear the Reaper wouldn't even be the worst choice. It's definitely on my list now. Celebrate Good Times, Come On. I scrolled way too far for this. I just can't wait to be king. Bela Lugosi's dead. Undead, undead, undead. I've been to a goth punk funeral. There was club music played at the funeral and we were dancing around the pews. An usher came in from the chapel next door. It was at a large cemetery with multiple chapels at the same large function center, asking us to keep the noise down as it was disturbing the funeral next door.